Oh, hi, Gary. I enjoy your show every week, and I'm wondering if Obama isn't going to run down to Havana for Fidel's funeral.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be any doubt. I would assume that Barack Obama or he'll send somebody. There's no way he could ignore it, right?
Yeah. Well, I guess not, but I'm sure he will enjoy going there if he does go, and that gets to me.
You know Barack is not going to let this opportunity to throw one more quick vacation. The question is he taking Michelle and the kids, or is he going down alone to hang out with Raul and party? You know what I mean? This is his last thing. This is all on government dole, right? He's going to go down and enjoy the sunshine and probably hit a round of golf at whatever new communist place they've put up at a golf course there. So I don't have any doubt that he's going.
Maybe he'll buy a mansion there. I'm hearing he's buying mansions everywhere, and I don't know how he can afford it.
The same way the Clintons afforded it. Here's put him on the investigation list. Yeah, he should be, and that's probably one of the reasons you'll see a pardon. There may never be charges even leveled against, because I'm sure Trump's going to hand it off to the AG Sessions, and it'll be up to Sessions and the FBI. If they think there's something to charge her with, they will. I don't know that they're going to actually do anything further with Hillary, because you know what? She's going to get a pardon. She will get a blanket pardon, and for those of you who don't know, Barack Obama can pardon Hillary Clinton for anything she's done while serving, and there's nothing we can do about it. They don't have to wait for charge. You can just say, I'm going to give her a blanket pardon, which is going to look really screwy, but I think Barack Obama will do it, because I don't think he wants to set a precedent for a former U.S. Person being thrown into the bus and being put in prison for something. But I also think he's probably hiding something, like you're right. There should be an investigation.
Yeah. What favors has he been doing, on the side?
Yeah, well, he's already been caught.
Being helped out.
Yeah, he was caught lying about her email. He said he didn't know she had a private email and server, right? And yet here we find through WikiLeaks that he was emailing her to that. Don't tell me you don't type in your own address, really.
Exactly.
It's in there. But Barack Obama is buying these mansions. His money is already there. This is what happens when you go to Washington. I mean, how did Mitch McConnell come up with $8 million? Wealthy. I think that's the figure I thought I saw. He's worth $8 million now on a salary of $180,000 or $220,000 a year, whatever it is for the Senate leader. But I can tell you, when you live in Washington, D.C., folks, your rents, your mortgage, your food, everything is super expensive there. Those salaries are not really that big when you have to pay the price you have to pay to live in Washington, D.C.
Yeah. Oh, and one point on Mitt Romney. In 2012, when he was running, his whole pitch was that he was sincere. He would put sincerity in his voice. Well, that was what I heard. And you thought, well, here's an honest person. But what he's done since then has been the actions of a traitor, I think.
Yes, I would agree, Joanne. I would absolutely agree. Because you know what? You don't say what you said to the level that you said it. I mean, it was by far the harshest things that anybody said, I think, can be attributed to Mitt Romney about Donald Trump.
Yeah, low.
Yeah, very low. Anything else, Joanne?
No, that's it, and I enjoyed the show. Thank you.
Great. Thanks for the support. Take care.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Let's take a call from Will in Ypsilanti. Will, welcome to the show.
Hey, it's been a while, Gary. I've been chasing the kids around playing lacrosse and soccer. So
yeah, well, that's all right. You got to take time for the family, Will. You can come back anytime. We're always here.
You got it. Hey, I love your show. So many good subjects. I want to go back, if I can, with a person that hasn't. I was telling Derek about why they haven't talked about where Ted Cruz. I know that they had their spats, but I would like to see him fit in somewhere because I think he would be good for. So far I'm really appreciative of the people that he's picked. They're just amazing, and I would like to see maybe possibly him be put up for a part of the Supreme Court. And I haven't heard, if you mind, have you heard anything about a new AG or where he's trying to go with the new AG?
No, I think he's going to stick with Sessions. I think unless, maybe he's the backup in case something happens with Sessions, and Trump. I'm sure they've got backups in case Mitch McConnell doesn't rule the Senate with an iron fist like he probably should. And They probably have a number of people set up there. Maybe Ted is one of those guys to become AG. Maybe Trey Gowdy's in the mix. I'd be happy with any of those three. But
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Now Trump has said repeatedly his SCOTUS pick will be from the list that he put out. He swore by that list of 20-odd that he put out there. I think most of those are good quality people. Would Ted Cruz be a good SCOTUS pick? For me, I think he'd be a great SCOTUS pick because, he's a strict constitutionalist in the line of Scalia. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. But, let's face it, in 4 years, there's probably going to be a second choice. And maybe at that time, as Cruz gets closer to the election I think he's up in 2018. I think Ted Cruz has made his peace with Donald Trump. I don't have any doubt about it. I think he came off of his pride was hurt. Why wouldn't it be hurt? Things were said in this primary that were just heinous. It was ugly. But you know what?
Oh, yeah.
It's the primary is designed to make you hard and harsh and able to get through the general.
That's right. I was going to tell you, you know what Washington, D.C., the D.C. stands for, right? Darn criminals.
There you go.
That's how Mitch McConnell can become a millionaire, and Nancy Pelosi can be, an old hag with money. But hey, Gary, I'm so proud that you're out there. You're doing this area great justice.
Well, it's because we've got great listeners like you guys with great ideas and great calls. So I appreciate so much. Will, take care.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
All right, let's take care. Let's take care of Matthew from Northville on line 3. Matthew, welcome to the show.
Hey, welcome. Hey, listen, I just wanted to call in to take issue with the previous caller, Ken.
Yeah.
I think he had some from Livonia who had some really wacky ideas about some Mormons taking over or something, and you got to rebut that kind of stuff. That's like out in the strange alien frontier that people like that, who want to disparage Mormons, evangelicals, Pentecostalists. These are the people who voted, for the most part, and have voted consistently Republican and consistently for the GOP candidate. Now, I agree. Mitt Romney sort of stepped in it by criticizing Trump quite a bit, and I think he was just really the stalking horse for Bill Kristol, who, as you know, is not only a rhino but a neoconservative.
Right.
But I think the problem is that you've got to rebut this kind of stuff when you have some sort of crazy man religious theory coming up that you can't have Mormons in office. The Mormons been in a cabinet since Eisenhower. Every president has had a Mormon in the cabinet since Eisenhower's time. So
well, that's why we have guys like you, Matthew, who can call in and educate us, because I'm one of those guys who
he just went on, and he looks like he's obviously either not Pentecostalist, or Assembly of God, or Mormon, and he just went ahead and just insulted a whole group of people that probably the most loyal people you can get, who vote Republican consistently year after year, election after election, and it seems to me that those kind of people should be disavowed, and called out on their some of their crazy theories.
Yeah, but that's why we've got other listeners with other points of view like you to do that, because I'm not I know very little to nothing about Mormonism, though I loves me a good conspiracy.
But, he insulted Mormonism quite a bit, and then he insulted Pentecostals, and he went on Assembly of God. I said, these people are good, salt of the earth people. They want to raise good families. They're not. There's no wackadoodle theory about taking over the government or something that Ken of Livonia, and I'd like to have him on the air, and I would challenge him to a debate, about where he got that stuff, because I think he's making it all up. Either, he could be either some guy who's jealous, or he's what? There's been a Romney who's been a governor of the state. There's a Romney who's head of the Michigan GOP at the present time. Who are Mormon? Let's get real here. They haven't ruined the state. They haven't, maybe counting some people, but I know Mitt Romney, stepped on it, and I hate him for doing what he did. But at the same time, he's fluent in French. He got a lot of international businesses. He was the first person to call out Barack Obama on the geopolitical situation with Russia, and everybody else poo-pooed it. Everybody, including a lot of people in the conservative side. And guess what? All the stuff that he said and he's got a very clear mind. Let's get that clear. And I like Giuliani too, but as I said, Giuliani's got a lot of baggage, and he's no conservative either. You got to remember that he believes in abortion and all that kind of stuff. So he's from New York. So
right.
If you're worried about a Northeast liberal, or rhino, Giuliani's one of those people. He believes in all the gay rights. He believes in the LGBT stuff. So you can't say, well, only Romney, and Giuliani's the man, because Giuliani's got his own baggage, too.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And that's, absolutely. And that's why Trump has not gone right ahead and given it over to Rudy. I mean, he's looking at, they're actually bringing in.
Rudy has come out, I agree with you, Rudy has come out strong for Trump before anybody else did. And Mitt sort of stepped in it by, criticizing him all that time. But I think what happened was, again, the problem with him is he listens to people like Bill Kristol. Last time he listened to Mike Murphy. That's why he went squishy on debates 2 and 3. He probably, who knows, listened to his niece or whatever. I don't know. You got to take it easy on the women. The women don't like you when you get aggressive. But when you look back at him, when he's aggressive, he does the right thing. And I agree. His Obamacare, he didn't have a choice. A lot of that stuff that took place in Massachusetts was forced by the legislature and by the Supreme Court of that state. And I lived in that state, and I'll tell you what, I'm so glad to get the heck out of that state. But I'll tell you what, that state has got its problems. You know what I mean? It's always been leftist. Democrats outnumber Republicans like 7-1. This is what he was working with,
So let me ask you, Matt.
Right.
So Matt, you're right. So Matthew, Matthew, you're a Trump supporter, yes?
Oh, yeah, I voted for him.
Okay.
I voted Republican since I got out of high school.
Okay. And
a long time.
And are you? And you're okay with Mitt Romney if he's Secretary of State?
Well, I think he brings a good thing. The problem is, what are you going to do with the Rudy? Rudy needs a place. So you got these 2 guys that are pretty well qualified. I don't know what his business interests he's got tied up. Mitt, I think, has sort of wrapped up all his business stuff. He's got it in some sort of trust fund, good or bad, already for years before when he ran for president. Rudy probably hasn't, and he's probably still got to tie up all those loose ends. And I think that's the problem that Trump is probably having with Rudy is that, hey, what are we going to do? He comes up to the confirmation hearings. They start bringing up all this crap about this and that country you were dealing with, just like they were trying to blame a lot of stuff on the campaign manager for ties with Ukraine and stuff. So,
right.
The Democrats are definitely going to try to make hay with Giuliani.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, well, great comments, Matthew. Make sure you call in again. Good, this is what I like. I think I've inherited Bill Bennett's best educated listeners ever, so I appreciate it.
When you get somebody who goes wacky and talks about some sort of Mormon takeover of the country, you got to snuff it right there, man. You got to just say, hey, listen.
That's what makes the show. That's what makes the show, Matthew.
Those kind of people, you got to discredit them right away.
Well, appreciate the call. Take care.
All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Let's take a call from Walter on line 1. Walter, welcome to the show.
Hey, man, that was a good caller, the guy that just got off. He's right about Ken. Ken, my friend.
You guys, no beating up on Ken. Let's keep moving. So what else you got, Walter?
Yeah, I'm going to come back around to Ken. And I don't appreciate him calling out Pentecostals like me. That guy ain't got an ounce. He don't. I'll come back to him. Mitt Romney. Did he vote? Did he go out and vote for Trump? Did he cast in his vote for Trump?
Yeah, I'm sure he voted for Evan McMullen, yes. That would be my guess. I don't know. I have no idea who he voted for, but I'm sure he did not vote for Trump. He said he was not going to vote for Trump, so I'm sure he didn't.
I don't want Trump all of a sudden going soft on us, talking about Mitt Romney's a good guy and Barack Obama's a nice guy and the Clintons are nice people. Down there, they're evil people. I'm like, where did that come from?
Yeah, I don't know that Trump's going soft. I think he's being a realist and trying to keep focused on track. You know what I mean? Does he need the distraction of dealing with Hillary at this point? He's already won the election. He's beaten her up enough. The people were the judge and jury. We voted her out. We said, no, you're a criminal. We're not voting you in. And now it's probably time for him to not be involved in it because he's going to put whatever AG in there, and it's going to be up to the FBI and the Department of Justice and the Attorney General to handle that. And I think that's a smart move. Just be done with it. It's not my problem anymore. As far as going soft on, you know what? He's the president of all of us. So he's in that unifying mode. He's in that focus mode of he's got a big, huge agenda for 100.